Good afternoon. In what may be his last speech as Minister for Finance, Paschal Donohoe delivers his annual budget on Tuesday the 27th of September. To many this may appear an impossible task as he seeks to introduce measures aimed at alleviating both inflation and the cost of living difficulties, which are currently being experienced by many people in Ireland, whilst seeking to sustain and build into the medium term a post-COVID recovery for Ireland Inc. With this in mind, some of our team have prepared a summary of what we expect to be the main budget headlines.
On the personal tax side, it's anticipated that some helpful measures will be introduced. Firstly, the average worker could receive annual tax cuts of almost €1,000 if the government introduces a suite of measures outlined in the past few days. On this point, ministers are considering increasing standard income rate bands by €2,500, along with an increase in personal tax credits of €100 for a single person and €200 for a jointly assessed married couple. The POE credit may also be raised by €100, along with an adjustment to the USC bands. Although there has been no formal announcement so far, unfortunately it now looks like the 30% rate of income tax will not be introduced in Budget 2023. Officials are looking at potentially reducing the high tax paid by landlords on their rental income, which can be over 50%. However, they may only be able to avail of new tax reliefs if they offer long-term tenancies. We do expect that the SARP regime will be renewed once more, but it is yet to be seen whether any changes will be made which would improve the scheme, particularly given its important role in continuing to create and maintain employment. On the capital taxes side, some possible changes are expected. There have been calls for a reduction in the current relatively high CGT rate of 33% to bring this down to 25% or even 20% for investment in Irish active trading businesses. A reduction would therefore be very welcomed. There have also been numerous calls for the reintroduction of indexation relief for CGT and CAT purposes, which would bring about a more equitable treatment for taxpayers.
We do not expect any shocks with regard to corporation tax. While anti-avoidance legislation was introduced every year for the past number of years, there are no such EU or OECD obligations this year. We expect to see two announcements in connection with our R&D regime. Firstly, the Knowledge Development Box Incentive, which is due to end this December, will almost certainly be extended. Secondly, an enhancement to the R&D tax credit scheme is likely, in an effort to help Ireland compete with the schemes in other countries. The current system provides that tax credits have to be claimed over 3 years. A more attractive cash refund system may be announced. Ireland currently has an awkward and complex system for claiming double tax relief on dividends. Most countries operate a simpler participation system. In order to maintain our reputation of having a highly attractive, well-regulated tax regime, we expect that a participation system will be signalled this year.
The temporary reduction in the VAT rate on domestic gas and electricity from 13.5% to 9%, which was due to end on the 31st of October, is likely to be extended over the winter. New EU VAT legislation has given Ireland some flexibility to extend the scope of its zero and reduced VAT rates. The zero rate of VAT, which currently applies to oral medicines, could be extended to non-oral medications and medical equipment, and we could also see the application of a reduced rate to the installation of energy-saving materials in buildings. Carbon taxes are expected to increase in accordance with the current trajectory set in 2020, meaning an additional €7.50 will be levied per tonne of carbon dioxide emissions. This increase should come into force on budget day for diesel and petrol, and from the 1st of May 2023 for all other fuels. However, the temporary cut to excise duty on petrol and diesel, implemented in March, which is due to expire on budget day, may be extended by another 6 months to help offset soaring fuel costs. No changes are expected to the current rates of stamp duty, although it is possible an extension to the Residential Development Stamp Duty Refund Scheme, which is due to close on the 31st of December, could be announced. A new tax on vacant residential properties is likely to be introduced from 2023 to encourage unused housing stock to be brought back into use. The rate of this tax has yet to be announced, although it is not intended to penalise homeowners for periods of normal temporary vacancy.
For further information on Budget 2023, please refer to our budget highlights and insights on our website at ByrneWallace.com.